No, I am your father.
Hello everybody, Hero77 here, and it appears as though Darth Vader mask mania is sweeping the Mandela affected community, and this seems to be a Mandela effect that they like to talk about a lot, and I just wanted to cover some new ground that hasn't been covered before, cover some bases of it in a different light, bring some judgments to it. I was sitting there and I got to thinking, there's been several variations of, or variants of Darth Vader's mask that have been made over the years, and I just wonder. Now, I'm not in no way trying to debunk the effect or trying to say it's not an effect, because it very well could be. But I wanted to go over and show just excuse me, boy, I got this cough going on now. Just show exactly what we're looking at here. So if you'll just bear with me and stay focused for a minute, we'll get down to the nitty gritty, and I'm going to show you 1977 Darth Vader mask versus the prequels mask. There are different looks on them. They're pretty close to the same, but there are different looks on them, and so, well, let's take a look. First of all, we'll start with action figures. This is my, as you saw at the beginning of the program, a 1990s or maybe it was early 2000s Darth Vader action figure. You really can't, let me zoom out here. There's really, let's see, zoom in. Oh, if you zoom in, it gets blurry. Zoom out. But you can see the difference. Let's get underneath the light here. You kind of see the silver pieces here underneath. It's hard to see just in detail exactly the bridge of the nose. You can kind of see the ridges. Let's get to a room where I have more light, and that's comparison time. Alright, a little bit more light in this room, and here is the older Vader, as I promised. You can see it a little better there. The zoom in here. Why is it when I zoom in it's blurry? Okay, you can kind of see the bridge of the nose area of Darth Vader, but not very well. Now here's something interesting. This is a reproduction, obviously. It's not the original. And I do have different variants of him as well. And if I get out this, which he's still in the package, very hard to tell. There's less detail there. You do not see the metal little knobbies there on the bottom of the mask, and there's no ridges there on the nose. You do not see that, and there's no, it still looks like he's wearing bifocals though. But if you look at the print, you very well can see the bridge of the nose with the ridges. You can see the little middle doohickeys there underneath, and I can't really tell if he's wearing bifocals here or not. But this is a reissue. It's the Retro Collection series that I picked up at Target from Kenner. Man, I love this thing. I would love to take it out of the package and further examine it, but it's never coming out of that package. I'm going to hang it back on the wall, and I might do a video later on. We got 3 of them there. Got Chewie. I bet my Wookiee. See, the card's all bent up. And there's, of course, there's Han. Huge difference in what they, the stuff they put out today Good old Bugs. Yeah, what's up, Doc? So there's a difference that you can see already. Oh, I do have one more that's actually still in the package. This one comes to you from the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, which came out in the 2000s, mid 2000s, and you can see the little knobby things on this one as well as the grill on his mouth is different. Notice underneath the eyes, and again he has a smooth, no wait, there is ridges on their nose. There, see, you can see it when I zoom in on this figure for some reason. There's the what I refer to as the Klingon ridges on the nose, and the picture same way as you can see here. So on the figures at least, you can see quite a bit. It's the same as what the Mandela effect is telling us. Try to put him back up there. Oh gosh, underhook. There we go. And here, and I do have a cheap Halloween mask I bought a few years ago. And you can better see, this is kind of see-through, it's hollow in the back. You can see clearly this grill for the mouth, and underneath this one has a little grill there, triangle grill for the chin. The eyes underneath do still look like they have bifocals. Right there you could clearly see the bifocal look. The silver thing, the ridges for the nose area are very predominant as well. Yeah, that looks pretty much like the Mandela effect. What the change, that's the change. Now let's go see if we can find some residual. As you can see here, we got some comparisons. Let me blow them up. There we go. This one, you could see the bridge of the nose with the ruffles there. The grill, the mouth is a little bit different. Shit, I didn't mean to press that. Now, if you look underneath this nose, this part here, zoom down, is rounded, and then this one here, it looks a little bit more square. Now, I don't know if this one was the prequel mask or if it was the original 1977. I can assume maybe this one is the 1977 mask. However, you can see on this one, kind of looks like he has a mustache there. The bifocals, it doesn't look like bifocals, it looks more like a mustache. And the grill here is quite a bit different. This might be residual. Okay, this might, I'm thinking this is either residual or this is the prequel mask. This might be the original here, but I don't know. I'm not without having more information down there at the bottom as to which is which. There's really no way to tell, but as you can see, they are quite a bit different. Rather, one is the prequel and one is the original 1977 one. Keep it on there for a little bit. You guys can kind of see the differences, even the eyes. I'm gonna guess maybe this one's the 1977 one. The image looks a little bit duller. The eyes look a little bit more buggier. There's a bridge there. There's still ruffles on the nose there, but they're not as predominant as they are here. And if you look over here, this is, like I said, it's more of a square shape, while this is more of a button nose type deal. You can see the differences. So, who knows? We may be looking at the changed effect versus maybe residual. But I venture to say this is probably from the original 1977, and that's probably from the prequels, or it could be vice versa. I don't have the information where these pictures came from. It just says Darth Vader helmet comparison. Let's see what we've got here. This website's not really saying much about which is which, but it does give. It's just showing, like, you could clearly see the difference there. Look at the bridge of the nose, and you look over here, and now look at this bridge of the nose. So there was two masks obviously produced for the films, prequels, sequels, and original. So, I mean, what do you remember? Do you remember it this way? Or do you remember it that way? Do you remember it both ways? I think this, if I could find evidence like this to say that they made two different masks, one for the original and one for the prequels, then that cuts the argument right there, saying that it might not actually be a Mandela effect. But that's certainly, that looks weird, for sure. Kind of looks like he's got a duck bill there. But this is, I mean, people probably already been over this and whatnot, but what do you guys think? I said earlier, I'm not trying to debunk this as a Mandela effect, but we also have to look at all the possibilities and leave your comments down in the comment section. I'll leave it to you guys. Thumbs up if you think this is a legit Mandela effect, and thumbs down if you believe that it's just a matter of they legitimately changed the mask. They had different masks for original versus prequel. Me, myself, I gotta be honest and just say it could be either way. It could be a Mandela effect, or it could be like I said, just a matter of it being prequel versus original. I'm leaning more towards like they just made several of these different masks and there are several different models, but I'm pretty sure that anyone in the Mandela community would have already checked into this and would have already considered all the possibilities before they went ahead and said this is a major change, or this is a major change and it's a Mandela effect. So I don't know. You know, everyone's got different, not everyone's reality is the same, so it could be a Mandela effect for that particular person. For me, it's not, but for me, it's just a matter of prequel versus sequel, or prequel versus original. They just made so many of these different masks and whatever, but I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. Do you guys think we have a legit Mandela effect? I did this on the Stripe versus Spike Mandela effect, and I'll do it on this one. I should have had a voting. I didn't have the voting for the Stripe Mandela effect, and I should have done thumbs up or thumbs down. So thumbs up it if you think it's a Mandela effect. Thumbs down if you think it's just a matter of them having just several different masks for different movies. And just let me know what you think. Do you remember the ridges on the nose? Do you remember it having like a bifocal kind of effect down on the eyes? Do you remember what the grill looked like on the mouth? I don't know. I've watched these movies like 10,000 times plus. Not so much the prequels, although the prequels I did like the last one, like Star Wars Episode 3. I liked it okay, and you know, on the newer ones, the sequels, their Darth Vader mask wasn't really there. It was there, burnt to a crisp. But I didn't really get. I'll probably have to go back and take a look at that and see what's going on. Because that might have been. They might have used the original. I don't see why they didn't use. What you have to remember also is there's 20 years. 20 years happened between A New Hope and episode 3, so he would have changed his. There would be different pieces to the mask and the uniform as well. The buttons on his chest and the plated armor would be replaced with different parts, and it would all have to be changed over the years. I would suspect that there would have to be maintenance done to the costume over the years. So anyway, just let me know what you think down in the comments section below, and thanks for tuning in. This is Hero77, and don't forget, tonight is Shifty Sunday. It'll be me, God's Armor, and Sagittarically Speaking from the Hero channel. See you next time.